Tommy Rex, and you're listening to today's Boondoggle.
This is Mark Metcalf, and you are listening to today's Boondoggle with Bailey on Domain Cleveland Radio.
You are listening to today's Boondoggle with Bailey on Domain Cleveland Radio. Yes, Kato Kalin listens to this all the time.
Welcome to today's Boondoggle. Now, here's your host.
What's going on, everybody? It's Bill Bailey with today's Boondoggle. And man, I've been chopping it up already. And I'm like, man, we got to get this recorded. This is a good conversation I'm having with my new friend, Angelo Moore from the band Fishbone. What's going on, Angelo?
What's up, Bailey, man? I'm good. I'm good, dude. I'm good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you got a good place there. Got your tea. We're ready, man.
I got my tea. I got my new joint.
Yeah, dude.
That nice hallway. And that ain't no mirror, man. That's a real hallway this time.
Nice. So usually when I have... Oh, yeah?
Before I lived in a one-room joint in the parking lot behind a liquor store next to the train tracks for the past 10 years. Now I got 3 rooms.
Moving up, man.
Moving up. And I'm actually up. I'm up. Literally on the second floor. So now I got a nice little view. And I got the hallway. That's
got some beautiful sunlight out there.
And I got my fashion shows and art gallery in the hallway. That's going to be the green room. That ain't yet ready yet, but it's getting close. That's going to be the band rehearsal room. That's getting close. I just painted it black the other day.
You've been busy.
Then I got the living room up here. Got the TV, got the painting, got the kitchen. I still got to figure that shit out right there. I got the last upper right there.
Man. You got the Bucky's blanket and pillows.
I got the Bucky's blanket. Hold up. I got 3.
Nice. Tell you've been a traveling man.
Oh, man. I've been in and out of Bucky's, man. And I got a Bucky's. Yeah, I got that Bucky's blanket. Yeah, so good, man.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So, hey, usually when I have people on for the first time, I like to go way back and ask when you were little Angelo, do you remember what you originally wanted to be when you grew up?
Did I know what I wanted to be when I grew up? Well, I first started in I wanted to be a train operator. I wanted to operate trains. I wanted to be a train engineer. Let me see if I got one of these things here. Being that you asked me about, oh, look, here we go.
Oh.
Okay. So this here is one of my new releases. See, when I was a little kid, there I go.
Oh, wow. That's nice. Like that.
This is on my album, my brand new step release called Perceptions, right? So that's the front. That's me when I was a little kid. That's when I was thinking, ooh, I want to be a train engineer. I want to drive trains. But what I ended up being is this guy here.
Yeah.
So is a musician and artist.
Yeah, so let's talk about let's talk about when music when you first connected with music and art. Then as a youth, how you led over transition to that. What were some of your earliest influences?
Sly Stone. Actually, this right here, man. It's funny you're asking me all of this stuff. This right here.
Got the show and tell episode. Nice.
So you remember this one? Sly Stone.
Yeah.
Last Stone, man. That was one I used to listen to heavily. I used to listen to this one heavily, man. This has got. It's a call. I think this is called "It's a Riot Going On." And I used to listen to this like repeatedly. What else? Funkadelic, James Brown, Count Basie, Louis Jordan, Wynonie Harris.
Nice. And then when was it that that you caught the bug and started performing yourself?
Junior high school. It was like a talent. It was a talent show.
Nice.
And I think that actually no, early high school, probably like the 9th grade. I did a talent show where I was impersonating Prince, and I did Little Red Corvette.
Nice. And then around that time frame, did you start finding other musicians and say, hey man, let's start a band?
Yeah, that was in junior high school, man. That's where I met the rest of the guys in Fishbone and Hale Junior High in Woodland Hills, California. And it was at the beginning of the inner city busing program. Yep.
Okay.
Where they were busing the guys in from inner city Los Angeles out to the valley, where I was. But it was a majority white school, so they wanted to integrate the schools, right? So I was already out there, so they were busing the rest of the guys in from LA to integrate, and they were busing a lot of the kids out in the valley, white kids in the valley, out into Los Angeles. But I was already out there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And that's when all the music started. And I would catch the bus 2.5 hours almost every day into Los Angeles to rehearse with the guys in Fishbone.
So how did like Fishbone come together, and what was like the inspiration for the name?
Well, it was the drummer's name at first, and then we just took it from him, and we just ended up calling him Fish, and we just called the band Fishbone. But at first, it was Diamonds and Things. That was the name of the band at first, and then Megatron. We called ourselves Megatron. But then
Megatron, nice.
Heavy metal bands, we decided to just call it Fishbone, which matched a little better. We just took it from there.
Yeah, and obviously with all the influences you guys had, you know, rock, punk, funk, even some ska and stuff coming into your guys' catalog, Fishbone fits for sure.
Yeah, man, the ska didn't come in until later. That didn't come in until like high school. Dirty Walt introduced us to all the ska.
Yeah, so early days it was more like what, punk and funk?
Early days it was more jazz and funk. And then later on, when the ska came into the picture a little later on, after all of the jazz and the R&B and the funk and stuff like that.
Nice.
And the punk rock and the ska kind of came in together. And we discovered the British wave of ska. And then after we discovered the British wave of ska, that's when we discovered a lot of the punk rock too. And then we discovered the Jamaican wave, all the Jamaican ska after the British ska. So we kind of discovered it backwards. The Jamaican ska came first, but we discovered that second.
Gotcha. And then like what time frame was it when like Party at Ground Zero was written?
Probably around the 80s, early 80s. Like 1980.
1980.
81, because the first album didn't come out till around 83, 84. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then I mean, back then, as you were getting all these influences, you started performing and gelling as a band. I mean, you're known for your explosive live performances, you know, up there putting on a show, giving it all. What was like your what was like your daily routines, or was that your cardio?
That was the cardio, man. Along with me dancing, I was doing a lot of street dancing at the time.
Gotcha.
A lot of
Yeah.
street dancing, pop locking on the corner of Hollywood and Highland. I was locking, and then pop locking came into the picture, and then break dancing came into the picture. I didn't embrace breakdancing so much as I did all the pop locking and stuff that was going down and locking. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you let the music move you too, you know, up on that stage, and obviously that energy you're putting out to the crowd, and they were reciprocating back, you know.
Yep.
As you guys started like building your name, when was it that you got like some recognition to actually start taking the show on the road?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the question again?
When was it that as you were building Fishbone there from high school with your friends, when was it that you built the name and were able to start taking the show on the road?
Actually, Thelonious Monster. Because we started out because Chili Peppers and Thelonious Monster, because we all started out at the same time, and so we would go on road trips up and down the West Coast.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we go up and down the West Coast, man, like San Francisco, Oakland, San Francisco, Santa Cruz, and stuff like that, and San Diego. And that's when we were all starting to we get in a big bus that we had converted from like a regular city bus. Somebody had a regular city bus, man. And, no, actually, before that, we were in vans. Shit, what am I talking about? We all get in a van, right?
Yeah.
It starts out in a van, and we would book these gigs, and we would go up and down West Coast, man. San Francisco to San Diego, and that's how we would start. And this was before everybody was signed.
Yeah, that's just paying your dues, right? Getting the name out there.
Yeah, getting the name out there and just playing beyond Los Angeles.
And putting on a show that people left always talking about, you know?
Yeah, it was a good time, man. It was a good time. Still is a good time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Now, all these years later, you just were on the road for the Summer Circus tour with
Less Than Jake.
Yeah, Less Than Jake, the Suicide Machines.
Bite Me, Bambi, and Cat Bite came on the second leg of the tour. Cat Bite came out there.
Okay. And I mean, did you think when you were starting in the van all those years ago out of high school after, the talent show, doing your Prince impersonation, all these years later, you'd still be going on these tours, on the Summer Circus tour with Less Than Jake?
Summer Circus tour. Yeah, man. Thanks to Less Than Jake, man, they put us out there, and it was pretty good, man. It kind of reminded me of a cross between NoFX and the Warped Tour.
Yeah, nice. And then, I mean, did you think when you first started the band, did you imagine that you'd still be, skanking to the beat on the road all these years later?
I never thought about it, man. I never thought about it. I guess we were just, taking the good times or making the good times as the opportunities came.
And then what do you like I asked before, but now all these years later, what are you doing to keep that energy, that stage performance going, man? What's your routine like? I gotta know. I'm 52 years old. I was just at the gym, but my cardio sucks.
Oh yeah, well, shit, dude. I like to go dancing. I go to the gym when I can, I got sober in 2020, so that definitely helps a whole hell of a lot right there.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And so I got a lot of that going on, man. When I find a good club to go to with the right kind of music, I like getting my dance on.
There you go. That's your exercise too. That's like cardio. Keep
Yes,
it going, man.
Get out there and sweat it out on the dance floor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And like I was going through, your catalog and checking out some of the YouTube videos, man. And I seen you guys did your own like a remix of Alice in Chains, Them Bones. Man, that was really good. What was what made you guys kind of decide to choose that to make your own?
Damn, who in the hell chose those songs? And it was more than Them Bones, too. Them Bones, and it was another Alice in Chains song. I got to ask some of the guys what the other one was, but we did 2 Alice in Chains songs.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's the one I caught on YouTube. I'll have to go look for the other one.
Those guys, man, Alice in Chains, we knew those guys. We met them on the first Lollapalooza.
Oh, nice, nice. So you know Mike Inez?
Now, which one is Mike?
He's the bass player.
Okay. Yeah. Mike Inez and Lane.
Lane, you knew Lane?
I knew Lane. Yeah, we knew Lane. Bless.
Yeah.
And all of those guys. So it's been a really long time since I've seen any of those guys.
So you connected with them on the Warp Tour, you said?
The Warp Tour, yeah. Hold on, man.
Oh, you're a popular guy this morning.
I know this is the wife calling. Hey, say hello to the wife. That's Michelle Harper.
Hello, Michelle. How you doing?
So this is a podcast I'm on. So let me call you after I'm done with the podcast.
Okay. Shout out to Michelle.
Shout out to Michelle, Metaphysical Harper, Maryland Negro.
Got a cameo on the podcast today. Nice.
Yeah, that's right. Damn, man. Cleveland. So,
yeah, you guys have been through. I know you know the area, right?
I never knew that Kentucky was so close to Cleveland. That's right.
Yeah. Well, it's about maybe like almost a little over 3 hours away, I'd say. I mean, I've driven down to Louisville a couple times for some shows,
Yeah.
Some of the festivals down there.
Last time we were in Kentucky was with 311.
Okay.
So when Fishbone played with 311, which is like well over a decade or two ago, we went through there once. That was it.
Did you but I mean, you've been up to Cleveland? You guys played Cleveland?
Yeah.
What were some of the places you guys like to play over here?
Like Peabody's Down Under?
Yeah, Peabody's.
Right?
Peabody's another one we don't have anymore, but everybody.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. Yeah, unfortunately, the college, the Cleveland State University, bought the property, and then that was it. That was it with Peabody's.
And sometimes you got to wonder what some of these institutions are thinking about when they tear down some of these clubs, which are like landmarks, man, the historical landmarks.
Yeah, Peabody's used to be down in the flats. I don't know if you guys remember the flats in Cleveland.
Right next to the water, right? Is that
right next to the water down there. And then it ended up moving up to by the campus of Cleveland State. And I'd been to both, hung out at both. I was friends with Dan Cole when he owned it, and then Chris Zitter bought it, and so many memories. So a lot of memories that had to be repeated to me because that's back in the day when I was drinking too. So I had to have stories told to me.
Because once you black out, then you hear about it the next day or a couple days later.
Yeah, my last blackout before I got sober was at Peabody's. It was my welcome home. They had a welcome home party for me when I came back from my last deployment, and I was blackout drunk during it. And then that was it, man. I was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. And, got started my sobriety journey after that. But yeah, a lot of near-death experiences at Peabody's, but I kept going back, It was like Cheers. Everybody knew your name, you know, like
Yeah,
Norm.
yeah.
Some would say maybe I had some Stockholm Syndrome, which brings us up to, I guess that's my segue, you know, for the current album, man, Stockholm Syndrome. Let's talk about the inspiration or the message behind the album and picking that name.
Stockholm Syndrome. Not only does it have something to do with just the state of America right now, where we're praising our captor.
Mm.
You got a lot of people who don't even think that Trump or the people or the phenomenon behind that guy is they're being captured. They're captured or they're under attack, because we are under attack.
Oh yeah.
But also, I thought about that name when it came to my band members in the last lineup that Fishbone had. So the last lineup that Fishbone had, always great times, always good music. But when it turned into Fishbone Penitentiary, and it was a lot of abusive traits going on in the band at that time. Man, there was a lot of abuse and stuff like that, right along with the good times, but there was also a lot of abuse and misunderstanding and misinterpretation. That's when I guess fate made the decision to remove some of the guys and bring in the new guys.
Nice.
Yeah. You know, just to make it clear, I didn't put anybody out. I didn't fire anybody. They chose to leave.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And so, but you know, I always got to thank those guys. Man. I thank them: Norwood, Dirty Walt, Fish, John Stewart, all those guys. Even in the special forces lineup of Fishbone, man. Padre, Rocky George, Torrey Ruffin, John McKnight. Man, the list goes on, man. But those guys didn't make me feel like, some of those guys didn't make me feel like a prisoner. There were other guys in there that made me feel like a prisoner at one point until everything changed up. And so I always want to thank them for what we created together. Too bad they can't be here with us. I guess it just wasn't in the cards, but thank God we got the new crew, and even we got an original band member. Chris Dowd is there, and we also have another guy who is in the special forces lineup of Fishbone, Spacey T, and he played a really big part in the continuation of Fishbone as well.
So would you say with this album as well, maybe like you got rid of some stuck energy and now it's like got a new refresh, a rebirth?
Yeah, we got the refresh and rebirth with Hassan, James, and JS. Those are the new guys. Those are the new guys that have been added to the band who have helped us over the hump and through the black hole and across the event's horizon to this new phenomenon of Fishbone.
Nice. And a perfect time, obviously, too, because like you were saying, the inspiration behind the album, you need fresh soldiers, you know, to get on the front lines, man, to deliver the message. And now you got that.
And we sure do. And it is a God, man. I'm thankful for that blessing of having the new guys and a new opportunity, man, to carry on the legacy and the phenomenon of Fishbone. And I don't know if I said it before, I'm always wishing those other guys that were there well, who helped build this whole thing. Always wish them well, always wishing them success. It's just too bad that this continuation of Fishbone didn't involve them. But I thank them for making it what it is so that we can continue it now. And that's the Stockholm Syndrome. That's a part of it.
Yeah, man. So I want to talk about your single "Sucker by Sabotage" too. You know, and the message they have in there. I was listening, you know, and I'm definitely an overthinker. I'm
Excuse me while I overthink this.
yeah. I'm definitely you know, a victim of my own self-sabotage at time, getting in my head, you know. Even
Yeah.
at 52 years old and sober, man, I battle that self-doubt and insecurity thing. So I was feeling that. You care to share your
Man,
inspiration for that?
it's what a lot of super geniuses suffer from.
I must be a super genius.
You must got some super genius about you, man, because I know quite a few super geniuses that they are brilliant. They got the brilliant plan. They got the brilliant brain, but there's something about it that's so brilliant about it. They just overthink it to the point to where they just step in their own way sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm
Sure I've done it too, but I'm glad I was able to recognize this phenomenon and write it
yeah.
down.
And address it, put pen to paper and address it through song.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard catching that kind of stuff, man. You know, when
Yeah. Well, it comes with wisdom, you know. We got a little bit more time on hand that we can see the things like you were saying earlier. People aren't seeing that, you know, we're applauding our captors, you know.
we're
And
part of the captain, man. And you know, I always equate the whole Trump and the Trump administration to the Joker. Everybody
Joker.
loves the Joker. Everybody loves Batman.
Yeah.
But they love the Joker even more because the Joker's got color, comedy, ridiculousness, absurdity, and he's got the circus. However, you don't want to let the Joker out of the TV and into your world.
Yeah. You don't want to put the Joker in charge.
Yeah. You don't
Gotham,
want
you know.
the Joker in charge, man. You want the other guy in charge. You want Batman in charge. You know, he may only have one color. He may be monotone, but he definitely stands for the good. The Joker, on the other hand, with all his colors and shit and everything, you know, and he's funny and he's comical, but he don't mean no good. And so a lot of people get distracted by the color and the comedy,
Mm-hmm.
and they go, sure, I can let him into my world. Hell, he's only joking, right? Then once you let him into your world, now the joke is on you.
Dude, more and more, man, I'm seeing, you know, like the erosion of our Constitution, the civil liberties, you know, I mean, you know, digital IDs, man, that's not to make things convenient for us, you know. That's to give more people control. Yeah. We keep our cattle chipped so we know where they're at on the farm, you know.
That's right. And if one of them tries to escape past the farm, that chip goes off. Maybe somebody's head will explode when they try to escape.
Yeah. Like the Running Man or something.
Like
you
a
know?
Running Man, yeah. You know, it was one thing Kamala said, man, that all of this shit that's happening right now is like, it's like a 10-year-old plan. It's like a couple of decades in the making.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we get distracted a lot by entertainment. America is a entertainment-based culture.
Yeah, the bread and circuses, you know.
The bread, what you call it, bread and circus?
Bread and circuses. That's what the Romans used to use to control the people with the stadiums, you know, with the gladiator fights. You know, we'll keep them distracted. That's what I kind of call like, you know, football and all, you know, all the other stuff. It keeps us happy and distracted and not paying attention. You know, hey, I'm guilty of falling for it too.
Oh man, me too, man. But
sometimes it gets to the point it gets so depressing you just want some mindless, you know, entertainment just to distract you for a little bit.
Distract you from it. But you see, the thing is that if you could see through that,
mm-hmm.
A lot of people can't see through that, man, because they too busy looking at that shit and believing it. That's why you got people going into churches and schools and shooting up people in the church, which is supposed to be a safe haven, or shooting up kids in the school, which is supposed to be a safe haven because it's, I don't know, based on some racist kind of bullshit or whatever. But they think they can do that based on the video game that they have been playing and just turn the channel or press restart and you got 9 lives again. No,
Yeah.
you ain't got 9 lives. You only got 1. And the people that you went in there and shot up, they can't press the restarting button either. They only got 1 life.
No.
Grandma,
Yeah.
and Grandpa, and little Susie and little Timmy, they dead because somebody couldn't stand it no more. That's secret police right there. That's some secret police content.
Yeah, and that was you're reading my notes because that was the next song I was gonna get into, the secret police song. Let's talk about that message and what you're trying to wake people up to.
A lot of people, man, I'm not too good on names, but we've seen it. The guy, the white guy, the white power guy, the militia guy who can't stand black people or people of color, he'll go in there and he'll shoot up the people in the church, or he'll go to the school and shoot people up and then get right on out. And I wrote a poem about that called Project Blackout, which is off of my release called Project Infidelica I did with George Lynch and Poncho Tomasello and Christopher Moore. But it's called Project Blackout, man, and it's about the plan. What is it? 2025? The plan of like, okay, now we have to apply the racism and the white power and ethnic cleansing, right? And they got a special force like that, like ICE. That's some secret police shit right there. Actually, that ain't even secret. That shit's like out in the goddamn open. But then you have some of these people, man, these organizations that are they're secret police, man. You got these people shooting up people, and then they could just go. You want me to tell you the poem?
Yeah. Tell me the poem.
Because I can explain it better in my poetry. Go. Yeah. And I've recited this poem throughout our shows. Sometime when Fishbone has had their own shows, we would break off from Less Than Jake and we do our own shows. I'd be able to say this poetry. So it goes. All right, vacation time is over. You've had enough time to air your head out. We've been waiting for you here at the office, and the company will fail without you. So off with that stupid Moroccan outfit. Here's your suit and tie just where you left it. Red and black genocide and ethnic cleansing. We got millions of dollars sunk in this fear-based investment. Your pinstripe suit of armor and your bulletproof vest. Bottomless black credit card and God complex. And an endless access on everything to withdraw, from senseless murder down to straight up breaking the law. The Ku Klux Klan and the KKK Pasa prepared to kill darkies and La Raza. Don't you worry about a thing if it's caught on camera phone. Use your get out of jail free card and we'll escort you right back home. Well, black and red lives don't matter. Time to kill for the red, white, and blue. If you don't remember the oath you took, well, we sure do. And you swore it on the dollar bill and the Necronomicon. You said you didn't care how the peaceful white folks look. They're only pawns, sacrifices, and the beatdowns go on and on and on. Project Blackout, Project Blackout, Project Blackout, Project Blackout. Snap out of it, man. Screw that hippie dip, patchouli, and beat it necklace. You've been living on the mountainside too long with the natives. And we're highly mistaken if you think education's going to save them, because we're scared to death and full of fear, so we're killing what we don't understand that might be a threat to our men, women, and children, causing a divide by hatred. Well, don't you know that love is the answer and it's top shelf and sacred? It's the reason why we're here. It's the reason why we're living. It's the reason for the answer. That's why your heart's beating. 545 in Congress on the inside. 300 million of USA on the outside. As long as we keep them in the dark and keeping them all from being smart, saturating the airwaves with low frequency and debauchery and prejudice and white privilege and lack of education. Project Blackout. And so there that is.
Hmm.
And the secret police are a part of the Project Blackout.
How would you like, I know for me, like as I began my journey drying out, as they say, you know, and not numbing out and starting to feel like a veil fell off, with like the what's it called? The stuff fell up my eyes.
Was it the cataracts or the scales when they fall
Yeah,
off?
the scales came off my eyes to start noticing and seeing these types of things better, you know, and address them. Would you say that has helped you, or have you always felt like you've, you know, known that the system was jacked up?
Man, I've always felt like the system was jacked up, man. Always.
Yeah. Like I don't feel like either side has our best interests when it goes in there. I one of my distractions that I like to, the mindless entertainment that I still enjoy today, you know, is WWE. I've been a wrestling fan since I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
You know, and you know, I look at politics today as wrestling. You know, there's the guy that we boo, that we don't like. There's a guy that we like, we cheer, and they both go back to the same locker room and get paid by the same people.
Get paid by the same guy or woman or whatever, or entity that we don't never get to see.
Yeah.
But that's
and I feel that's what our system
right?
is. You
and
know,
that's what the system is, man. And it's been like this. I mean, man, before Fishbone started, sometimes I would get chased by the racists in my neighborhood. And I'd get called nigger and all of that type of shit coming home from Fishbone rehearsal. Because when I would come home to rehearsal, I would leave the black part of town and catch the bus 2.5 hours out to the valley where it was predominantly white. My family was one of the first black families that lived out there, man. That's why I always call it, we were flies in the buttermilk. But ever since that shit would happen, man, and all the racist shit, I mean, not even only my experience, but just like racism, period.
Yeah.
I would see that and I would go, man, that is not, if our government or our system really wanted to stop that shit, they would. They'd find a way. But they just keep it going and they keep perpetuating it to where it's
stoking the flame. Because if we actually were a United States of America, like you said in your poem, we outnumber them. You know, we could actually initiate real change. But if we're kept divided over race, gender, you know, I mean, all the stuff they keep throwing at us, class, you know.
Dude, let me show you something, man. You know what? It's funny. People ask me, anytime I mention white privilege, oh, Angelo, there's no white privilege. Man, what do you mean by white privilege? There's no white privilege, Angelo. I'm like, okay, let me show you some white privilege right here.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, yeah. It is a nice wallet.
Nice wallet, right? So
that's for all your $2 bills, huh?
That's for all my $2 bills, man. I like carrying $2 bills, but when I look at that guy right there, that guy does not look like my grandpa. He does not look like my relative. If anything, he looks like my captor. Now, I got Blackfoot and Cherokee Indian, and I got Moroccan in me, right? And I got a pinch of Irish going on in there. Now, when I look at that right there, that's some Stockholm Syndrome right there, because we praise this guy. And all the people that are on the dollar bills,
we praise that piece of paper, all those papers, you know,
all these pieces of paper, man. And so that right
we're all captive to that, you know. Everybody wants more.
Not only is it a Stockholm Syndrome, but it's a white privilege, because my grandma or grandpa ain't on a piece of paper, that you have to use to pay your rent or your food or your clothing or your survival here on the grid.
Mm.
So, you know, when I look at that, there it is right there. We use it every day, no matter what we're doing, if we're living on the grid.
Yeah, true. And the grid's starting to get tighter and tighter, smaller and smaller, you know? But I want to ask you too about Last Call in America, you know. Talk about the message you're sending with that song or inspiration for that one.
Well, it's happening right now.
Yeah.
You look on you look at the news, you see what the fuck our government is doing. You see them what they're letting happen. You see that we are under attack. Matter of fact, You're Under Attack is a single that's coming out on my birthday.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing it with Dan Ubik and this other brother from the
your
Lion.
Birthday gift to us, huh?
Yeah, man. And so there's a video I got for it and everything, and I'm having an opening for it here in Los Angeles. But we're under attack. Period. And it's so blatant. It's blatant and it's masked by jokes and laughter. And if people can't tell the difference between entertainment and fantasy and reality, and a lot of people can't, unfortunately, tell the difference between fantasy and reality, which is really fucking sad. But that's how America has built itself to where we have tons of distractions through our entertainment culture.
The Apprentice is on its next season. This is still a reality TV show.
I know, right? It's like, you know what? They should have let Trump let him keep the TV show, and that's where he should have stayed right there. Because Trump's an entertainer.
Oh, yeah.
He's a hell of an entertainer, man. And, you know, people love being entertained, so they just should have let him keep his Apprentice show, and that's it. But no, they had to let him out of the TV and in the living room. Now he's firing all the important people and all this shit. He's calling all the poor people. Man, oh my God. Hold up. What's the motherfucker's name who's in charge of the medical, the Kennedy guy?
Oh, RFK. Yeah.
RFK, you hear that motherfucker's talking like this, and now we're going to say something else about the medical system. Okay, I'm looking at him talking about Tylenol. And Trump with this Tylenol shit. Oh, don't take Tylenol. I'm like, oh, I know what's up with that shit. The people at Tylenol don't like you. They're not supporting your ass. And this is why you're telling them why you're telling everybody to don't take Tylenol, because you don't like what Tylenol said about you, because they don't like your stank ass. And so now you're going to tell everybody, fuck Tylenol. The women don't take Tylenol when you're pregnant. Motherfucker, people have been taking Tylenol for years and it's been working.
Yeah. I don't know how many times I gave myself autism after a hangover, popping some Tylenol and water.
Right.
You know?
So that right there. And then how the fuck are you going to put a motherfucker that is, I don't give a fuck if he's from the Kennedys or not. If you're talking like this the whole time, and you're trying to explain this, I'm like, no, dude. No. That's some Dick Tracy character shit.
Yeah.
What would they call him? Fucking jiggle throat McGee? Ain't he the one that had a worm in his fucking head? And then this shit that happened with Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel didn't even say nothing fucked up. He just said what he said about Kirk.
Yeah. I mean, we're in a place now, I think, with this reality show that is unfortunately our country's become, is just like they find these stupid things to get everybody all riled up, like you said, and we're begging for our rights to be taken away. You know, I'm offended by, and it says on both sides. I'm offended. I want to cancel this. People say a lot of things I don't agree with, but I served so everybody had a right to say what they feel like they need to say or believe what they believe, you know. And now it's like we're all begging for like our First Amendment rights to be taken away. Please burn that Constitution. That thing's holding
Wild shit. That's some wild shit. And you know,
Stockholm Syndrome for sure.
man, it's beyond logic, right? So when you think about some of the shit that's going down and is letting go and is letting pass and stuff and everything, like they canceling stuff out of the school, like certain educational things out of the school, they're trying to cancel a lot of cultures, man, and stuff like that. It's like, you know, it's beyond stupid. It's beyond human. It's almost like when the Red Sea parted.
Yeah.
And Moses had to lead everybody through the Red Sea.
Mm-hmm.
It was beyond human thinking. It was beyond human logic. It was like some God shit that's happening, right? So what's happening now, in my opinion, it's like it's some God shit because it's so evil and it's so fucking stupid. Trump and all the rest of them Dick Tracy motherfuckers, man, they're only puppets.
Yeah.
This like some way bigger shit, dude. It's like,
they're just actors, man, that we're chosen. They're characters that we're either, you know, like I said, WWE. It's you got the side that's cheering them. But they all go to that locker room, man, and they're getting paid by some.
And they get paid.
Puppet masters.
They get paid by the big wooga wooga in the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, just the stuff I seen, you know, just with Pfizer. He had the CEO of Pfizer in there, and I'm thinking, like, wait a minute, man, weren't they just saying that, you know, the vaccine was hurting people, and now it's like you're bringing the guy in that was pushing it, that you know that the law doesn't apply to them, you know, for all the people that were getting
totally contradictory.
Yeah.
Hey man, remember that book called Where the Wild Things Are?
Oh yeah.
Now, and you know about the thing called CERN, right?
Oh yeah, out in Switzerland. Yeah.
They got one in Switzerland. They got one somewhere in America underneath
what is it, by Area 51 or something?
Somewhere around Memphis or something like that. I might be wrong, but it's somewhere underneath that area in the South, I think. But they got one in America.
And we're sitting there opening up portholes, man, and
opening up portholes, motherfucker, so the wild things could the wild things have been running in.
Yeah, there's spiritual warfare going on, man, and the
big spiritual warfare, and
the demons are running the show.
Man, I remember when I know the one-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people eater that came through and it's cutting up, man. I mean, and I remember when it wasn't this bad. And I remember suddenly, like when some of the movies and the computer graphics and some of the movies that we got, man, different monsters, different kind of monsters that you see in these movies now. Monsters you ain't never seen before, and they're 3D. And I'm like, wow, I wonder what the fuck that might have to do with it. And then remember when Screamo came into the picture, all that singing like the Cookie Monster, C is for cookie. Remember all that shit? It wasn't nothing like that. There was a time where that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Then that was there. And, you know, I'm a big fan of that shit too. But I also think to myself, where did that shit come from? Where did the spirit of that?
Where are you conjuring, you know?
Who, and where did you conjure that shit up from, right? Hey man, look, I'm not knocking any of it, but it's good to know where it's coming from, who it came from, and why it's here. So then, at least if you educate yourself with that shit and you know about that, then you could at least enjoy it. But then, you know, it's like you could dance with the devil on the dance floor, but you leave the devil on the dance floor.
Yeah, you don't bring it home with you.
Home.
Yep.
Some people
Exactly.
are taking the dance. They love dancing with the devil so much they want to take the devil home with them now.
Mm-hmm.
And once they
Yeah.
get the devil home, and the devil take off them high heels and that wig, man, you got the one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater sitting right there on the couch, right next to your ass, and you in trouble then.
Oh yeah, it's over. It's over then. Now, what I liked about the album too, is just like, like you were talking earlier about, providing a solution. You close with a solution.
Love is
You're not
love.
just like saying that, everything's screwed up and then that's it. Love is
Yeah.
love, man. That's the solution song.
Love
You
is
put a
solution.
nice bow on the album there.
Fishbone always, at least in my mind, we have always provided some type of solutionary ending to whatever toxic experiences that we've experienced, and we put into our lyrics or whatever it is. There's always a solutionary ending.
Yeah.
That we always try to put there, and with Stockholm Syndrome, this love is love.
And that's the ultimate solution, I believe for all of us, to come together.
That's how we got
and,
here.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was I definitely highly recommend people listening to that, and we got to try and live that. We
gotta
gotta
live it, man. Think about this. If God wanted us to be separate, then gravity would work for some people and it wouldn't work for some others. Some others, we could be able to just float right the fuck on out of here because we don't want to be next to that person that looks like that or that person over there that looks like that. We'd be able to float right out of here and we'd be able to breathe a different air. But no, God, if you believe in God or whatever kind of God that you believe in, has put us all here breathing the same air, being held down by the same gravity.
Yep.
Right? And we all got the same color blood. So and we all got two eyes, a nose, and a mouth for the most part.
Yep.
Right? So if you look at that, that should be enough right there to tell anybody we all supposed to be here at the same time. We all supposed to be here, and we're not supposed to be here fighting one another. Shit, man. We all supposed to be here loving one another. And if we are gonna fight one another, like a lot of the wrestling shit that we see, well, let it be an act.
Yeah. Like work things out amongst each other, I think as God intended, but we know who rules this world, we know who unfortunately sits on the throne and knows how to get in our heads and keep us divided and keep us wanting more for ourselves.
That's right. And so that's why we're here to tell them.
Yeah.
That it ain't gotta be like that. It really doesn't. People have to wake the fuck up. What do they call it? Woke.
Yeah. And I think one thing that could I think we can all agree on that can bring us together, and I think you guys help play a role, because who doesn't? If you don't like some of this, I don't know what's wrong with you, then I'm questioning you, but we have here some of the Fishbone Hot Sauce.
There you go.
And we can all dine together at the same table, put some Fishbone Hot Sauce on it.
Yep, that's right. Put it on your chicken, your ribs, your hog mogs, your chitlins, Put it on there, man.
I got to give a shout out to our friend Kyle from Hella Hot Sauce. I had him on the podcast, and he sent me a care package, man, and I had some Fishbone Hot Sauce on it. So I knew I was looking forward to this conversation to share that,
Yeah. Oh, dude, hold on. Let me show you some. So, Dr. Man Vibe has oh, god damn it, who the fuck is this? Sky Dental. Okay, the dental. Goddamn dental.
Uh-oh, they're
Yes.
probably asking where you at.
Hi, good morning. I'm calling from Sky Dental.
Right, 12 o'clock, exactly. I know. I'm in the middle of a podcast right now. Y'all are over there off of Van Owen, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'll be there at 12. Thanks for calling me. It's like 30 minutes.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
let me just show you this real quick, man. So I got
All right, yeah, then we got to get you to your dental appointment.
Dr. Mad Vibes Underground Contraband Railroad. And Dr. Mad Vibes Underground Contraband Railroad, I got shampoo. Sometimes I'll have it at the merch table. So I got my own shampoo called Voodoo
Nice.
Shampoo. I got some soap. I got some body oil. I got t-shirts. I got books. I got a book called The Olegna Phenomenon. I got a book called Skadon, which comes with audio books too. See, there's my logo right there, Dr. Mad Vibes Underground Contraband Railroad.
Well, I might have to hit you up when I come out that way at the end of the month.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Give me some of that contraband.
Yeah, oh, hey, I'm gonna have it with me at the show.
All right.
I'm gonna have it with me at the show. Oh, here's another thing. Here's a part of the Dr. Mad Vibes Underground Contraband Railroad. This collaboration I did with Butterbrain. That's me on one side, Butterbrain on the other, and I'm gonna be coming out to Florida actually to do some shows with them at the Club Propaganda.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I know we got to get ready to wrap up, man. So you get to your dental appointment, but I want to ask you really quick for any fans out there that might be new, and this is the first time they're getting exposed to Fishbone, and want to check you guys out and support you. Where would you send them?
Fishbone.net, drmadvibe.com,
Nice.
brandnewstep.com.
Nice.
That's Fishbone, as well as my other solo project. Also, Chris Dowd, our keyboard player, has an album out called The CD Orchestra. So he's got some wax and a 45 and stuff like that. It's really good, man.
Nice. We'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
But well, Angelo, man, hey, man, it was really great talking with you. I appreciate getting to know you better and checking out that place virtually that you got going on there. And like I said, I'll give you a call when I come out that way. Maybe we could grab a coffee or tea or something together.
That's right, man. You can come check out the medicine cabinet here.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is how we fight it, right? We come together.
Come together and make that music and that art to enlighten the world, man. Enlighten the world and our people of the things that they can't see because they are brainwashed because they're believing in that garbage. You can watch the garbage all you want, but to know the difference between fantasy and reality is very important.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
and our system and the people behind the cameras, behind the offices, man, they have it down to a science to where they have people believe in the hype.
I think I might have to do a part 2 with you sometime, man, so we could really go down the rabbit hole together. You know?
Hey, man, you know I'm all the way with it, bro.
Yeah, I know you are, man. I got your number now, so we're good, man. I'll be in touch. Hey, real quick before I let you go, one last favor. Mm-hmm. You mind cutting a promo ID for the show? Just introduce yourself, and you're listening to today's Boondoggle.
Boondoggle with Bailey. Okay, what's up? This is Angelo Moore, and you're listening to Boondoggle with Bailey.
Awesome. Angelo, thanks again, brother. It was great talking with you.
Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. I'll see you out there in Kentucky.
All right, you take care.
All right, peace.
All right! Listen up! Hold on to your seats. Grab your girls, grab your beers.
Hey everybody, this is Charlie from Anthrax, and you are listening to today's Boondoggle.
This is Mark Metcalf,
today's Boondoggle with Bailey on Domain Cleveland Radio. Yes, Kato Kalin listens to this all the time.
Welcome to today's Boondoggle. Now here's your host.
I am Monty Heath, so one Heath, and you are listening to today's Boondoggle.
Hey, what's up? It's John from Skillet, and you are listening to today's Boondoggle on Domain Cleveland Radio.
Fasten your seatbelt.